Look, we're spending way less than 3% of our GDP on national defence, and we're going to make it up 3.5% in about 5 years' time. Well, we're not. It's going to be playing around with numbers, and it needs to be way more than that, and it needs to be tomorrow or even yesterday rather than in a few years' time. Everyone who's got any clue what's going on is saying that, but our politicians aren't doing that. What on earth can the British public be doing to further our resilience other than pressurising our government to spend a heck of a lot more money and put more resources and focus on our national defences? What else are we supposed to be doing?
Well, I think there's a lot we can do, and they do talk about what's called a strategic reserve. There are about 1 million veterans like myself still in the country who could certainly be used and are very keen to get involved as well. And I think, any citizen of this country who doesn't want to get involved and doesn't want to help out to provide national resilience should probably consider whether they should be here at all. But I think there are a lot of things.
But there'll be lots of Brits whose families have been in this country for many, many centuries who will say, I've heard this from callers. I don't want to fight for this country. I don't believe in this country.
Well, then presumably they're quite happy that this country is run by somebody else. And I think the vast majority of us don't. And the realisation from MI6 and from the military is that we are under severe threat from the Russians. And nobody thinks they're going to stop if they prevail in Ukraine. But the way to stop them is to show that we have a strong conventional deterrent so that Putin does blink and doesn't just think that we're weak and capitulate, which, unfortunately, as you suggest, some people in this country might prefer that.
But how much can we control this? Look, we don't have conscription. We've seen some civil conscription in France. We know in Finland, or actually lots of other countries around Europe are now moving to this way. Do we need to actually, actually have a national service of some kind? We need to get our young people trained up, ready, so if and when they are called to arms, because a lot of people just say we're both warmongers.
Well, yeah, I quite agree. I think we need to have plans for it. We don't need it now. The strategic reserve, the veterans, they're all keen to get involved. Absolutely. We have to look at our European, people like the Finns and the Swedes, where everybody is trained and they can put a lot of people on the ground, but they're a lot closer to the threat than we are. I think we